Ladies and gentlemen, what a day it's been. Celtic have booked their place in yet another Scottish Cup final, and they've done it in the most emphatic way possible. 5-0. A hammering, a statement, an afternoon at Hampden that reminded everyone exactly who we are and what this team is capable of when the stakes are high and the stage is set. And what a stage it was! Easter Sunday sunshine breaking through the Glasgow clouds and a crowd that was hungry for something special. Brendan Rodgers' side delivered. Oh, did they deliver? Make no mistake, this wasn't just a win. It was a performance loaded with intent. A response. A message to every doubter, every pundit, every opponent who thought Celtic might falter when it mattered most. We saw what happened at McDiarmid Park a couple of weeks ago. We lived it. That 20 defeat stung not because St. Johnstone were brilliant, but because Celtic weren't. We lacked rhythm, lacked ideas, lacked that spark. But today was different. Today was about redemption, about rewriting that narrative. From the first whistle, it felt like something was brewing. Sure, the opening 30 to 35 minutes weren't quite clicking in the final third. You could feel the tension, the frustration of not finding that final pass, of watching moves break down just as they were about to come to life. But there was never a sense of panic. It wasn't chaos. It wasn't disorganized. It was simply a team probing, trying to find that one crack in the wall. And once we found it, once McGregor opened the scoring, the floodgates opened. It always felt like that first goal would change everything. In a semi-final, it's never just about the football. It's about the pressure, the nerves, the awareness. That there's no second leg, no next week, no chance to regroup if you mess it up. That sort of urgency forces teams to open up when they go behind. And that's exactly what happened to St. Johnstone. At McDiarmid, they could afford to sit deep, frustrate, nick something on the break. And even if they lost, it was just another league fixture. Today, there was no hiding. They had to come out and play. And that was their undoing. After the opener, Celtic didn't just take control. They dominated. It was relentless. It was ruthless. And it was beautiful to watch. Every pass sharper. Every run more dangerous. Suddenly, there was space where there had been none. Suddenly, the confidence flowed through every Celtic player on the park. You could see the belief in their body language, in the way they hunted in packs, in the way they celebrated every tackle, every interception, every goal, like it meant everything. And maybe it does. Maybe this team knows exactly what's at stake this season. Maida once again was a menace. 2 goals, tireless running, and a level of pressing that would give defenders nightmares. There's something so honest about his game. He's not flashy. He doesn't demand the spotlight, but he delivers. And then there's Adam Maida. What a moment for him. You could see how much that goal meant. He's been knocking on the door for a while now, putting in solid shifts, linking play, stretching defenses. But strikers live and die by goals, and he needed that one. Easter Sunday, Adam on the score sheet. It just felt right, didn't it? James Forrest rolled back the years with another clever performance, a reminder that he still has a role to play in this squad. He might not be starting every week, but you can always count on him to bring experience, composure, and quality when called upon. And let's talk about came off the bench and grabbed a goal. That's what you want from your substitutes. That's what you want from a squad that's pushing towards a treble. But as good as the goals were, and they were all excellent, it's the midfield that deserves the spotlight today. Callum McGregor, Rayo Hatate, Paulo Bernardo. That trio controlled the game like maestros. And Hatate, my word, 3 assists, 3. He was everywhere, driving forward, picking passes, setting the tempo. There's been talk lately, hasn't there, about his future? Whispers about a summer move. Some fans even suggesting it might be time to cash in. Well, if today was anything to go by, those conversations should be shelved. Because a player of his caliber doesn't just walk into your squad. He's special. He sees things others don't. He plays like he's got the game on fast forward while everyone else is still buffering. Brendan Rodgers deserves his credit too. The setup was spot on. The mentality was right. He didn't let that McDiarmid Park defeat linger. He used it, channeled it, turned it into fuel. You could see it in the way Celtic started today. That edge, that fire, that sense that this wasn't just about getting to a final. It was about proving a point, about showing that Celtic don't just respond to setbacks, they grow from them. Hampden has become a second home for us in recent years. It's a ground that seems to bring out the best in this team, in this club. Another final awaits this time against Aberdeen. And look, we'll give them the respect they deserve, but let's Not kid ourselves, Celtic will be heavy favorites, and rightly so. One game, one win, and the treble is ours again. When I started this channel, Celtic had 3 trebles in their entire history. 3! Now we're chasing our 8th. That's not just dominance, it's dynasty, it's legacy, it's history being written in real time. And what makes it sweeter is that it's not been gifted, it's been earned, week in, week out. Through adversity, through change, through every challenge thrown our way. So wherever you're watching this, whether you're still buzzing from the game or nursing a bit of a sore head from a few celebratory drinks, notice Celtic are still standing, still fighting, still hungry. The finish line is in sight. The chance to lift silverware to celebrate another glorious chapter in our club's story is just around the corner. And on a personal note, I loved every second of today because this is the Celtic I believe in. The Celtic I know. The Celtic that doesn't just play for points but for pride, for history, for us. See you in part 2. Take care of yourselves. Now you might be thinking, how do you follow up a performance like that? How do you keep that level of intensity, of precision, of drive when the final's still a few weeks away and there's still a title race on the go? That's where the real challenge begins. Because the truth is, it's not just about turning up at Hampden for a final. It's about making sure we arrive there in form, in rhythm, and with that same fire burning in our bellies. The league's not done yet, and we all know the narrative that's been building over the past couple of months. Let's be honest, people were queuing up to write us off. The injuries to drop in form, the points we let slip. There were games where we didn't look like ourselves. Flat, predictable, vulnerable even. And the media jumped on it. They could smell blood. Rangers had that we run, and suddenly folk were acting like the balance of power had shifted. As if we just hand over the title and vanish quietly into the shadows. But that's not who we are. Not this club, not these players, and that's why Sunday mattered. Not just for the cup, but for momentum, for identity. For reminding everyone that when the going gets tough, Celtic dig in. We fight back. We don't crumble. We don't make excuses. We regroup, we rebuild, and we rise. That's what Brendan Rodgers has brought back to the table. That calm in the storm. That confidence under pressure. He knows what it takes to win here, and he's getting the best out of this group when it matters most. Look at the spine of this team. Joe Hart experience commanding. He's had his critics, but there's a reason he's been trusted at the top level for so long. He organizes, he leads, and when called upon, he delivers. The backlines come under a bit of heat this season, but with Carter Vickers back fit and Scales continuing to grow in stature, there's a solidity returning. Johnston on the right gives you that balance. Defensively sound, but always looking to join the attack. Taylor steady on the left. No flash, just reliable. And that matters. In midfield, we've spoken about McGregor and Hattade, but Bernardo deserves a bit more praise too. Came in quietly, adapted quickly, and now he's an integral part of how we play. Presses with intelligence, picks up clever positions, and links the play beautifully. You need those kinds of players in a title running. Guys who don't chase headlines but put in the graft that makes others shine. And then up top, it's becoming a proper headache, but in the best way. Ada's giving Rodgers real options. He's got the physicality, the movement, and now the goals are starting to flow. But Kyogo's still your match winner. He's got that spark, that unpredictability, and if you're chasing a goal in a cup final, there are few players you'd rather have in the box. O's starting to show his value too. Impact player, fresh legs, and clearly desperate to make his mark. And let's not forget Liel Abada, who might just be working his way back into contention after injury. Competition breeds quality. That's what you want. But maybe the biggest shift over the past few weeks hasn't just been tactical or technical, it's been mental. You can feel the belief creeping back into the support. You can hear it in the songs, feel it in the celebrations. That connection between team and fans, which wobbled earlier this season, is starting to strengthen again. It's nights like Sunday that rebuild that trust, that remind us why we turn up week after week, rain or shine. You know what else Sunday did. It put the pressure squarely back on the other side of Glasgow. They watched that game. They saw the goals flying, the smiles, the swagger. They saw a Celtic team that's hitting form at just the right time. And they know we're not going away. If they're going to win this league, they'll need to be perfect. Because Celtic are ready to push them every step of the way. No slip-ups, no mercy. Just full throttle until the final whistle of the final match day. The fixture list is tight. The margins are thin. But this is where titles are won. Not in September, not in February, but now. April into May. When your legs are tired, when the media noise is deafening, when every touch of the ball feels like it carries the weight of 1,000 voices. That's when champions are made. And you look at this Celtic side and you see players who've been there, who've lifted trophies, who know how to keep the main thing the main thing. There's still work to do, big games ahead. But something shifted at Hampton. You could see it. A calmness, a focus, a unity. And if we carry that into the final stretch of the league, if we play with that same clarity, then you have to fancy our chances. Aberdeen in the cup final will bring everything they've got. They always do. But it's in our hands. And in the league, the running is brutal, but we're built for it. We've been here before. We know what it takes. One game at a time. One moment at a time. That's the mindset. No distractions, just Celtic on the march chasing history yet again. The treble's not just a dream, it's a possibility, a real one. And whether you're in the stands watching from the pub or shouting at the telly from halfway across the world, know this, we're in this together. This journey, this fight, this final push, it's all of us. Every chant, every cheer, every heartbeat. So I soak it in, enjoy it, but don't settle. Because the best might still be to come, and when it does, we'll be there together, as always. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. In a move that has taken the Scottish football scene by storm, Celtic Football Club has officially unveiled BOJAN MIOVSKI as the newest attacking sensation. The highly anticipated announcement came after days of speculation and rumors, and the 24-year-old forward is already creating a buzz among Hoops supporters. A natural goal scorer with impressive technical ability, Miovski's arrival is expected to bring a new dimension to Celtic's offensive play. Miovski's signing has been seen as a strategic move to bolster Celtic's attacking options, especially following a season that, while successful in many areas, saw the club's forward line struggle to maintain consistency at times. With the departure of some key figures and a need for fresh energy, Miovski's acquisition looks like the perfect solution. The Macedonian international is known for his pace, sharp finishing, and excellent movement off the ball. Traits that are expected to make him a key figure in Ange Postecoglou's system, having previously made waves in the Swiss Super League with FC Lausanne. Miovski's reputation as a clinical striker has steadily grown. His performances, especially in the European competitions, have shown his ability to step up on a big stage, a characteristic that Celtic fans are hoping will continue in their pursuit of domestic and European glory. Miovski has been described as a versatile forward who can play across the front line, offering Postecoglou the flexibility to deploy him in various attacking roles. In his first press conference as a Celtic player, Miovski expressed his excitement about the move and his ambition to succeed at Parkhead. I have always admired Celtic as a club, the fans, the history, and the atmosphere at the stadium, Miovski said. Now, I am here to help the team achieve even greater success, and I can't wait to start playing in front of these incredible supporters. The forward's arrival is expected to strengthen Celtic's already potent attack, adding depth to a squad that is looking to continue its dominance in the Scottish Premiership and push further in European competitions. With Miovski's clinical eye for goal and dynamic playing style, Celtic's offensive arsenal now looks more dangerous than ever, and fans will undoubtedly be eager to see what the new signing can bring to the table. As Celtic prepare for their upcoming fixtures, Miovski will likely be integrated into the team as quickly as possible, with Postecoglou eager to see how the new addition fits into his tactical plans. The early signs suggest that Miovski could become a key figure in the coming seasons, offering hope for a bright future both domestically and internationally for Celtic Football Club. With the spotlight now firmly on him, the Macedonian striker has the perfect stage to showcase his talents and make his mark in one of the most exciting leagues in Europe. Hello, fan! Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.